Hey guys, welcome back to Nurse Katherine here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about self-care. Such an important thing to think about when you're in the medical field or nursing profession as a student nurse. Self-care is so important. And I just kind of want to give you guys some tips about what I do for self-care to make those 12-hour shifts not seem as long, what I did in nursing school for self-care, and what I did working as a full-time nurse, but then also full-time schooling, which was rough, for my BSN, and what self-care I did for that. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up for this video. I would sincerely appreciate it. But other than that, let's get this video started. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So first thing I want to talk about is nursing school and self-care in nursing school. So when I was in nursing school, I would go to the gym, which was huge for me. That kept my sanity. I would actually go to the gym after class, even though people are like, oh, shouldn't you be studying right now? Or shouldn't you be practicing for clinical or going to open lab? And for me, that was just not ideal. I physically need to move my body, and sitting in class for 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, and then just studying more when I got home did absolutely nothing for me. I couldn't focus because I didn't get that energy out. I didn't get that endorphin high that I needed. I needed to move. So that is the biggest thing in nursing school that helped me, was going to the gym. Secondly, I did not study for hours on end. Self-care wise, when you're studying, you need to take short breaks frequently. That's what helped for me personally, and that meant walking the dog, taking a lap around the block, going down, getting a snack, and not trying to snack when you're studying. That was big for me as well. Now, I'm not one to really get my nails done. I wasn't one to really get my hair done when I was in nursing school. But those are some things that people need, or that people like to do to feel like they've been pampered, or get massages, that type of stuff, get pedicures. Okay, pedicures, that felt great. That will always feel great. But those are some things that you can do for self-care as well. And also, huge thing is reading my Bible. Reading my Bible helped me get through nursing school. Being in a devotional book, just being in God's Word was just, it's always amazing. It's literally just always amazing, and just the learning from it, and knowing that some days I can read more than other days, and then maybe I missed a day because I was so stressed out, and not beating myself down because I missed a day of reading or stuff like that. And then also going to church, worshiping with other believers, and worshiping just in a community, and just love filling the room and just being in that space, and not being in a space of complaining, which is pretty much how nursing school is. It's just a room full of complaining students. That's how it was like for me, because I would be a culprit of that too, complaining about what's going on because you're so stressed out. All right, now let's talk about as a new grad, as a new nurse, self-care as a new nurse. You are working 8-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, whatever it may be. Gym, you need to go to the gym. That is so great for your mental health, and I cannot get that across enough. I see so many people just say, oh, I'm just gonna go home, lay on the couch tonight. Okay, if it's a 12-hour shift, I totally understand. Even if you're working too many 8-hour shifts in a row, I get it if you're busy, if you have kids. But you need to find time to work on yourself, because when you're working on yourself, you feel better about yourself. When you feel better about yourself, you are performing better at work. When you're performing better at work, the people around you are more happy. And when the people around you are more happy, you just feel good. So, work out. That's the gist of this. Working out. I'm not saying get skinny. I'm not saying lose weight. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying get yourself to the gym, get moving, because that endorphin high is wonderful because it just makes everyone happy. I don't know how it doesn't make you happy. And if working out doesn't make you happy, if you don't feel good after working out, besides your muscles being sore, please comment below because I would like to know who you are. Okay, secondly, with working as a nurse, as a new nurse, whatever it may be, as a nurse with 5 years experience like myself, going to get your hair done. I got my hair done today. Take a look, take a look. And it feels so great. I love getting my hair done, and that is something that I will always continue to do from now on. I never did it before, but now I do like doing it, and I'm really excited about it. And I just feel so much better about myself when I feel like I look good. Not to be like self-absorbed or anything like that. I just feel good now. I feel like I've been pampered and it feels awesome to be pampered. I also got my nails done this week and that felt good. It was a basic manicure. I don't even have color on my nails. I just wanted my cuticles cut and somebody massaging my hands. It felt awesome. It felt really, really good. They put clear polish on, it's already chipping off, but I don't even care because it felt great at the time. And I spent a ton of time with my family this week. My husband is doing a lot with his job right now, so we don't get to see each other right now like we would like to. So spending time with my family right now is huge, especially before we move to Georgia, and just being there with family and just taking that time away and not thinking about nursing, and honestly not thinking about YouTube or not thinking about doing things at home, not thinking about what my emails are saying at work. All right, hold on. I gotta go get stuff out of the oven. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Sorry, I am currently meal prepping right now and I needed to get stuff ready for the weekend because I am working 3 in a row, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, starting tomorrow. That's gonna be rough. And stay tuned for that because I am doing a video day 1, day 2, and day 3 in the car, at work, maybe on the way home, and how I'm feeling and what a 12-hour shift really is like in the emergency room. So stay tuned because that's Tuesday's video. But back to self-care. I went shopping this week. I went to an awesome restaurant in Philadelphia area with my sister and my nephew and just walked around a store. In nursing school, I used to walk around Home Goods with one of my best friends and we literally just walk around. We go to Target, just walk around, just to get outside of thinking about nursing, and that's what we needed to do to feel good about going to class the next day. All right, and lastly, let's talk about full-time nursing and full-time schooling all at the same time and where self-care even comes into play for that. When I was in nursing school, the second time around for my BSN program and working as a full-time nurse on a med-surg unit, and I was getting married, literally all at the same time, planning a wedding, figuring out a house, and then figuring out having to move in with somebody I've never lived with before. It was a lot. But self-care wise, I always made sure to make time for myself, obviously always making time for God too, even though some days I don't do as well with that. Other days I do better with that. And I'm not going to be super down on myself about the days that I'm not doing as good with that as I should be, or as I know I should be, because I do not want to be a lukewarm Christian. I want to be a full throttle Christian, I'll call it. So yes, with all of that, I made time for myself. I made time to sit down and watch TV. There are days that I would come home and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I am exhausted. I am mentally exhausted. And guys, I know how you are feeling if you feel like that right now, especially with online schooling, because that's what my BSN program was. It was all online schooling. And it's exhausting looking at a computer all day long for your full-time or part-time, whatever it may be, nursing program, and then also working on top of it. It's exhausting, but it's just something you have to do, and it's something that a lot of us have done. So it's possible, of course, and I want to give you some light at the end of the tunnel that you can do it, but make time for yourself. And a lot of people I know on top of working out. Like to spend time with their dog. Bring your dog to the dog park. I used to do that in nursing school. Take time to garden. That was huge for me when I was in nursing school and full-time working. These all kind of mesh along because they are all hobbies that I just like to do. Anyways, this video's done. I probably rambled on way too long for this. Make sure to stay tuned for Tuesday's video because I am showing you what it's like to be in a 12-hour shift. I can't necessarily videotape at work unless I'm in like a stairwell or the locker room, but I will try to videotape as much as I can because the ER is super busy and I don't even get a lunch break always. I haven't gotten one for 2 weeks now, so I will videotape when I can for that. Other than that, see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend and thanks for subscribing.